Hello friends, I am back with a mental health update slash also content update after my last mental health update video, which was already 2 years ago. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. I had to rewatch that video and I cringed so hard. Oh god, it was really hard to watch 2 years ago, Crystal, but they say that the more you cringe at yourself in the past, the better off you are, because that means you improved in some way, shape, or form. So let's believe that. I know I said at the end of that video that I would check back in 5 years, but honestly, like, a lot has improved and changed within myself in the past 2 years that I felt like it warranted a mental health update in the now, instead of waiting for 5 years. But I will reassess in 5 years, probably just not make another video about it though, because I feel like this will conclude my journey. Well, my public journey, at least that is. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see what I do in the future. But basically in that video I had talked about how much I struggle with hating myself with a combo of being a people pleaser, how I go through life largely alone and I like to bottle things and I don't want to be a bother to others, struggling with self-worth, opening up feelings, how I hate not being a perfect person and just having imperfections in general. Yeah, imagine not being perfect. Couldn't be me. Just some of the things that were mentioned in that video log 2 years ago. So where I'm at today, let's talk about it. Yeah, so let me just tell you my journey and give you an update on how that's been going. So I started my therapy about 5 months after that video had released, because when I launched it, I was already on a waiting list to go through cognitive behavioral therapy. And it was like a waiting list of 7 to 8 months. So I was already 3 months into the waiting list process, and I had another 5 months ago. I got accepted in January, and I've been going ever since January 2022. Yeah, the beginning of that. So yeah, I did a lot of research prior to that. Well, prior to the last video. And I felt like cognitive behavioral therapy was the most applicable type of therapy for me to go into, because it dealt the best with anxiety problems specifically. So after a lot of research, I decided that was the best route, and I still stand by it. It was definitely the best route for me. And I love my therapist so much. He's fantastic and has been working with me. I went about 2 times a month for 3 months. And then after that, I was doing once a month every 2 months. And now I go about once every 3 months-ish, whenever I feel like, you know, chatting about what's been going on, my improvements with how I think about things and situations. Yeah, it's been going very, very well, very successful. And I would say, as a result of the 1.5 years of therapy, I hate myself about 80% less than I did 2 years ago, which is kind of crazy. I just generally have a lot more confidence in my actions, and like this magical word called like self-love. Still feels weird to say that. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it, but I know 80% is like a random number to throw out there, but I think it's like, it feels like the most accurate number. I still, like, there's obviously still going to be that sliver of myself that really just hates myself, but it is so much better. And that is all we can ask for in life, is just improvements, right? Not perfection. There's no such thing. Anyway. So anyway, there is a lot more self-love present than there ever has been, which feels strangely weird in a lot of ways. I keep bringing this up to my therapist that now I feel a lot more selfish a lot of the time, because loving yourself kind of requires being selfish at least a little bit, or at least it feels like that. Then I had to train my brain to realize that it's not really selfishness that I'm feeling. So it's just keeping the mindset of self-love and compassion. It's this vicious cycle. But you want to, like, I have to express like the coolest thing I have experienced in the past 1.5 years. And it's actually more recent. I would say this is a recent development in the past like 2 to 3 months. But the coolest thing that I can now do sometimes is have a conversation with myself in my head that is streamlined. That probably sounds weird, but like, we always have thoughts in our head, right? But if someone asked me at any point in my life what I was thinking about, like, what's on your mind, Crystal? 95% of the time, I literally couldn't tell you what I was actually thinking. I don't know, random thoughts, I guess. Like, I don't know what I was just thinking. I didn't know I had a thought. Like, the brain is just so jumbled that I feel like I could never answer the question, like, what's on your mind? I don't know. But now I could actually tell you what was on my mind, like 70% of the time. It feels so crazy. It's like, it literally feels like my head is functioning above water, or like above the clouds. I don't know that expression, but like my head literally feels lighter than it used to. And it just feels like it thinks a lot clearer. Like I can have an internal conversation with myself and remember the conversation too. That's the key thing. Like I can have a conversation with myself now, working out a situation in my head, and I can remember those thought processes after it's over, maybe for the next days or so. Like I never was able to do that. It literally feels crazy that I can have that focus now in my head. It's the coolest development of my whole journey so far, so I had to bring that up because it's just amazing. If you could do this before, holy crap. I get it now. It's really freaking cool. If you aren't able to do that, you can get there. I did. It's crazy. Anyway, so my mind is kind of blown. Moving on. But this affects a lot of things, like having a clear thought process. When my anxiety spikes, I'm able to have more rational thoughts, and my response time to get rid of my breathing problem symptoms that I get with anxiety is a lot quicker now. I've accepted that anxiety will never go away. The best thing that we could do is just find methods of dealing with it that works for us. Every person's going to be different. And I've still got a long way to go there. But it is very nice to not be freezing up over things for as long as I used to. Like I might be KO'd for a whole week over something happening, and like barely able to do work and stuff. But now maybe that freezing up time is like a day or less, like, or a few hours. Like my response time is a lot quicker to like work out situations because I can have a clear thought process. Like it affects so much. It feels like a miracle. Like I feel like I've hit enlightenment, but I don't do anything. I don't know. It's so weird. But other things, like I don't continuously put off stressful tasks. I face them a lot faster than I used to. I still put stuff off sometimes. Like I have to be a little bit stronger mentally in order to deal with some stressful things. But like it happens a lot quicker than it used to, which is amazing. And I'm gonna say it. I'm really proud of myself. You're doing it, Crystal. My eyes tearing up. I'm getting there. But so now I'm at a stage where I'm going to introduce meditation to my life. And I really feel like once I make that more of a routine and that I'm more comfortable with it, my life will also be like much more elevated than it was. Cause like I'm doing all this improvement right now, but I have not actually done any meditation, which I feel like once I do that more comfortably and more regularly, then it'll like, I feel like I'll be set for life. I don't know. Meditation is my next step. But overall, I went from being in a state of being extremely hard on myself every day and thinking I never did enough, whether it be for my job here or for my friends. And now I'm in a state where I can end each day being proud of the work that I did, because it probably was the best that I could do and accomplish on that day. Even if I have a weekday, I can still accept that not every day can be really productive or valuable, and I still am proud of that day because I've accepted that. Like, you know, it's not the norm to have an off day anyway. So like having once every once in a while, I'm not going to beat myself over it as much as I used to. Like I used to really, you know, be really harsh on myself for that. And not that I am not anymore. It's just significantly less than it was before. There's a lot more accepting that like, this is a normal thing, you know? It's okay to have an off day. You can't be a winner every single day. So it feels amazing to be at that stage. But now it's just about living each day to the fullest and to the best of my capability. And I feel like I do achieve that for my own self-happiness pretty much on a day-to-day basis right now. I would say like maybe 6 out of 7 days now, which is like crazy, you know? And that's really fulfilling for me. I'm more proud of myself than ever. And with that comes a lot more confidence as well. Hey, so over this next year, I'm hoping that the confidence will start to show itself in my content. I don't think it shows yet, but I do think it'll start to show this year at some point. As I know, my content itself has suffered a bit in the past 2 years with me trying to work out these issues with myself. It's okay, I've accepted that. Like, it's totally fine. But I'm also more hopeful and I'm feeling more experimental than ever before. And I can't wait to put more ideas to the forefront on my channel without the fear of something not performing well. There's gonna be a lot more different types of stuff that I do just because I'm just trying to find my way in life, and I feel like I still haven't quite found it yet. And the channel I still consider to be pretty small. And if there's anything that I've learned from, you know, YouTube creators that are like really big, multi-million subscribers, is that a lot of them wish that they could start from scratch again, like start from zero, because once you hit a threshold of having so many subscribers, you don't feel like you can have that experimental phase as much with your videos. Like people are, you know, the creators get afraid to change what they do at the fear of losing an audience, you know? So I feel like I'm not there yet. And now I'm a lot more hopeful to just like put myself out there, try a bunch of different stuff, see what sticks, see what works. But it's all still the same. Like I'm still gaming, dancing, cosplaying, doing choreography now. Like it's all the same stuff, but it feels good to not have that fear of pleasing others anymore and just doing, you know, just experimenting with my creative brain and not holding stuff back because I feel like I need to put certain content out there, you know, a lot less fear, a lot more confidence now. So that being said though, what's to come on the channel? I'm gonna dip my toes into gaming fashion videos. As a lot of you guys that watch my You Laugh You Lose videos every week, I like to show off fashion a little bit, and you guys seem to really like that. I love fashion. I have like a newfound passion for it. I've always loved it, but like now it's become more and more passionate for me. And after FF16 came out, I was very inspired by the fashion design in that game to be working on a video for that, just based on fashion in FF16. I've been working on that for the past month and a half. So maybe more of those types of videos, very analysis based. And I also started doing dance workshops. Like I posted my last video of the class that I did at Otakuthon where I taught the main chorus choreography for Specialist for Persona 4. And that went so well. But that being said, if you want to pitch me and my channel to your local convention, I really would love to start traveling more to do those kinds of events. I think that like that is so exciting, and I got so much my heart just felt so full and warm after Otakuthon. For anybody that attended, thank you so much. Just everyone was having such a good time, even if they were frustrated with not picking up the moves fast. Like they had a good time at the end of the day, and that was all I want, is to make people happy and smile, you know, but still teach. And it was just amazing to do that class. And then afterward, do like a little meet and greet. It was an amazing, heartwarming feeling. And I would definitely be open to traveling more. Right now, I don't have the money to travel myself to do that more broad scale, but I'm gonna start with like local conventions, see where that goes, and then we'll see where the future goes with that. But more dance teaching abroad. Hopefully I could do that with somewhere near you. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I'm gonna keep working on it. So we have fashion videos, dancing workshops IRL, but also dancing tutorial videos that I am very interested in doing and have also been working on in the background for a while. So dancing tutorial videos will start coming out, but I'm gonna dabble in a lot of random video ideas I've had. But overall, I'm just very excited for the future. More excited than scared. Just pure excitement. It feels very nice to have this mindset for the first time in a while. It can be stressful to be experimental, but as long as I can continue to be proud of myself and what I do, then I'm satisfied with my life, essentially. You know, I want to live and just be happy with what I do. And I think that is like the essence of what it is to be alive, you know? Living your life and being happy, you know, that's it for me. But yeah, that's an update. It's very different than my last mental log video 2 years ago. It's mostly positive. And like, I know that there has been a lot of amazing progress things that I've been saying, and but just noting it is always a work in progress. And I know and accept that I'm not going to be perfect. I'm just gonna have, like, I'm gonna have my slip up moments and my weak moments all the same, where all of this new headspace I've trained for just like goes right out the window. It's gonna happen, and that's okay. Baby steps. I am very proud of my progress. But yeah, now I don't know how to end this video because now I just feel awkward, but thank you so much for listening if you're this far into the video. I really appreciate you a lot, and thank you for watching my content and just supporting what I do in general. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next few years with the channel, and I hope that in the next couple videos that you start to see over the next months, that you start to see the confidence dipping in there more and more. If you do notice it, it would mean the world to me if you commented on that, just to get that like feedback, because it is something I actively am working on. I feel like my confidence doesn't completely actually show in my videos, but let me know if you see it at all, and I'll just keep working on myself, but not letting it affect my channel anymore like it has been. So that being said, I'm gonna peace out. But thanks again for listening, and I will just see you guys in the next videos, and I'm wishing you all the best. And if you're struggling with anything, just know that you can get there too. I know you can. So yeah, I'm just gonna fade away. Bye. Thank you for watching.